G'day everyone, Ali here. Well, today I'm going to be using this stencil on my art journal page, and I've also got this Tim Holtz Alteration Umbrella Man that I want to incorporate as well. Now, this stencil I picked up only just on the weekend actually, and all the supplies that I'm using will be listed over on my website, and that website link will be down below. So today I'm going to use a range of colours of my Distress Oxides, and so I've got them all out here ready. First colour that I'm going to use is Fossilised Amber. Now I am just going to apply this ink using this makeup brush, and I bought these makeup brushes from AliExpress and they're cheap and cheerful and they do the trick. So I will link the website where I got them over on my website. So just going all over, and it does really give a good coverage using these brushes, so I thought I would just give it a go. I think I bought like 5 brushes for about 6 Aussie dollars, I think it was. So they were nice and cheaper as well, and I think you can get these all over the place now, like you know, the makeup department in chemists and department stores and that. I've seen them. So yeah, so I've decided that I just want to have a bit of a play. Now I am going to use some layered colours on this page, and I just wanted it to be a little bit different, but I also wanted it to be a little bit colourful as well in the background. So after drying the page, I'm going to move on to my next colour, and this one is Cracked Pistachio. So with the stencil, I'm just going to place it down that it's a little bit different laying on the page, and I'm just going to use the same technique with this brush and just go over it. Now I do clean this brush in between colours, so I don't want to contaminate my ink pads here with other colours. Now how I actually clean this brush is I've got a rag next to me and I've spritzed some water directly onto the rag, so it's just damp. When I'm finished using the brush with the colour, I will just get that brush and just brush over the damp rag, and that removes any of the colour. So a really good trick. So I'm starting to really like how this is going. My next colour that I'm going to use is Shaded Lilac, and doing the same process. So as you can see, I'm just spritzing and just rubbing that brush over just to remove the cracked pistachio, and then I can start again. So once again, I've just dried it off and just going to move on to my next colour, which is Salty Ocean. Just making sure that my stencils are layered down a little bit differently as well, and just continue on. So my next colour that I'm using is going to be Vintage Photo, and doing the same technique again. I want to start pulling this page together, and I'm going to use some Distress Oxide in Salty Ocean on a piece of plastic packaging here, and I'm just going to smooch that just all over my page. So I just wanted to get some drippage happening, and once I'm happy, I'm just drying it off. And once that's dry, I'm going to do the same technique with the shaded lilac and just smooch that all over the page as well. I'm having a fair bit of fun here doing a few techniques. I've got my vintage photo, I've just put that down, just added a little bit of spray water, and just with a brush I'm just going to add some splatters. So I'll dry that off as well. So drying off in between each colour, that will make sure that you don't create the mud colour of brown. So yes, I'm starting to really love this page. Now I've lost a little bit of video here, but what I did was I cut out my Umbrella Man just in black cardstock. But what I did is I got my trusty Posca pen that's been living on my table for I don't know how long now, and it's a fine pen, and I just scribbled all over the Umbrella Man. So I've just stuck him down onto the page and looking really good. So I've got this ruler here. Now this was one of the old, I think it was creative memories from years and years and years ago. And I've got a couple of shaped rulers. So I wanted to utilize the shape on the ruler and sort of make a bit of a border. So I've used my black soot and hickory smoke. And I'm just using that brush just to apply the ink, and that will give a bit of a blended look as well. So I really do like how these have turned out actually. Some washi tape here just from my stash, and I'm just going to add some washi tape to my page, and I'm just going to be random about it, so just stick it all over. I'm going to use one of the cling stamps here, and this is from the Phrases 2 stamp set. So every possibility begins with the courage to imagine. Now I'm going to stamp this in with some VersaFine Black Onyx ink, which is my go-to. I love this ink, especially when I'm actually using some clear embossing powder over the top. So just going to put that clear embossing powder over, and I will heat set that. Now when I do heat set, I do change my heat tool. So I've got a Heroes Art Milwaukee heat tool, and it is really, really hot, and I love it. It really melts the embossing powder really good. So I've done all that, and I think it needs just a little bit more on there. So I'm going to use the numbers out of the same stamp set here, and I'm just going over it with some Black Soot Distress Oxide ink and just randomly stamping all over. Now in the pictures you'll see that I have smooched my ink. I didn't have it dry enough, and I ran my hand over it. So, but hey, it gives some interest to the page at the end of the day. So I do hope this has given you some inspiration. If it has, please give me your thumbs up. If you haven't done so already, please consider subscribing to my channel, and don't forget to hit that notification bell. And until next time everyone, happy crafting. See ya!